All right.
That
Okay.
would be fun.
Number 20, Wonder Woman. Diana Prince.
Na 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 na
The
na.
most recognizable woman
In all of comics.
in all of comics.
She's
I mean,
way
Number
Storm is
20.
close second, even though Storm does not have nearly as much stuff as Wonder Woman, which is crazy.
Mm,
she's way too low.
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe I put her at 11. I put her at 11.
I would have put her at least in the top 5.
Same.
Given
Judging
the
from this list, she's a top 10.
yeah,
Yeah.
given the impact she's done on comics in general, the
And like she inspires a lot of women. Like
But the thing is that like DC keep disrespecting her, so it's just like
that's because they get men to write her a lot. And I
no,
know
I
a
mean, no, I don't think it's. Let's not do that. I think like we need to kill this thing of only a woman can write a woman, only a man can write a man, only a black person can write a black
no,
person. We
no,
have to
not
kill
that.
that thing.
Not that, but let me maybe make it clear what I'm trying to say. Because we're talking about the character assassination or how they've been not been doing her justice over the years. When the creator of Wonder Woman came up with the character, I think it's Morton Wise or something. I forgot the name. I think he invented the lie detector test. He had two women who were assisting him with this story thing. Yes,
Okay.
he was fascinated by bondage and stuff like
yeah,
that.
I was about to say like, and
Yeah,
then that
like it
hope that
was. Yeah, I know. And
BDSM passed through.
one of them were his concubine and his wife. So his wife and concubine were working alongside him. It's a whole weird thing.
Like,
But
there are some.
Is
Yeah,
that
but
where the lasso of truth comes from?
there are some
Yeah, the
going
lasso of
on
truth
here,
was the
like,
whip.
but
Yes, mas.
what I'm trying to say is sometimes I'm not saying that just because you're a woman you can come up with better stories. But what I'm just basically saying is get some sort of
Female perspective.
get perspective when you're
yeah, that's
writing a
what
character.
almost
But
destroyed Wonder Woman in the Silver Age, wasn't it? Because some guy thought, no, feminism is on the rise. Let's change this characterization to be this woman who likes to do kung fu.
Yeah, the depowered. You know who that is? That's the same guy who killed Jason Todd. I forgot his name.
And
oh, so it's
the
that guy.
backlash almost had him bent at the stake.
Yeah, because he depowered her, made her learn kung fu, and then gave her a new costume. So
Uh,
And like,
Yeah, well, here's my thing as a writer. I think you need to do your research. That's just all. I think all good writers do their research. You need to know why people like this character. You need to know what are the top stories of the character, and then you need to be able to approach your series. What I think is
respectfully.
what I think a lot of comic book writers and just terrible writers in general, like there's the difference between like a good writer and a bad writer, especially in comic books, is that a good writer will either add to lore or make lore that is so cool people will overlook the fact that it contradicts the lore that came before.
yeah,
And then a bad writer will just disregard everything that came before and come up with some contrivance, aka depowering Wonder Woman to teach her kung fu when she's been a Amazonian for I don't know how long and has been in how many battles and wars. Why would she need to learn kung fu or whatever the case is? Because she
exactly.
has her own fighting style anyway, which is like Pankraton or Grecian wrestling, basically, or whatever the case is.
Jim Starlin
Mm.
did that. I think it was.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm saying I think the thing is that when it comes to writing, I think for me you need two ingredients. And I even think this, when you're a fan of the character, even if it's bad, it'll be way better than somebody who's not a fan of the character at all. Because
yeah,
even if it's bad,
yeah.
right, at least you'll be honoring stuff that came before it, type
Mm,
of thing.
that's true.
Like versus where you don't even care about this character, it's a paycheck and you write whatever you want.
But also, like, don't editors shouldn't editors interfere sometimes when you're like, guys,
No, so they
uh,
don't care. Like editors are businessmen. Editors look at if you mess with the Batman book, that's when they'll step in. But Wonder Woman, they're just like, ah, she's there.
You know,
yeah, fair enough. Okay.
sometimes she makes more of an impactful appearance as a cameo in other IPs than she is in her own.
Yeah, that's true. Like, should agree with something that Superman is doing or saying, and we're like, Wonder Woman wouldn't agree with this.
Oh no,
And
Injustice butchered her six
Injustice,
ways
yeah.
from
Even
sideways,
Superman
six
Red
ways
Sun.
from Sunday. Yo,
Yeah.
There was that annoying one that got me going.
They just made her. They just made her Superman's hoe, and I'm just like, this is not Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
this is
Point,
not Wonder Woman.
She's Aquaman's concubine. Go to like you're like, wait, what?
And also, it's like, just first off, Wonder Woman would never be nobody's concubine. Let's just start there. Like that would not happen. And then two, like they'll have her agree with things that just don't make sense. Like that's why the Injustice movie, right? The animated movie, people say it's the worst thing. I think it's some of the best storytelling that's ever come out of the Injustice universe.
Agreed.
Because at least some characters are consistent.
Agreed.
Like I can see Wonder Woman agreeing to kill Joker. That's fine. But when Superman loses it and he starts massacring a bunch of innocent people,
Children.
she actually turns around to him and she's just like, "What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
what is this?"
Right.
And like, we didn't get any of that in the Injustice game at all.
And to get it a little more context in terms of this is that Wonder Woman is a warrior first. Yeah, she's striving for peace, but she doesn't mind putting down her villains.
No, I mean she's a pacifist when
remember what
she's
she
ready
did
to pacifist.
Remember,
But
remember what she did to Maxwell Lord in the comics at a stadium on live TV? She killed it.
But Wonder Woman fans were not happy with that because they were just like, what's this? As much as she is willing to kill her villains, she does talk to them first.
Yeah.
Like there is, she does try first. And
I mean, in
that
the
Maxwell situation, she didn't have a choice, I guess. But I'm saying, like, killing him on live television, I don't think she'd want to traumatize like children like that or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
There's the other one where the Wonder Woman movie back in the, I don't know, early 2000s. We are so old now, guys. Where she ends up decapitating Ares. That one also made sense.
I mean, she decapitated Demand Stephen Wolf in the
in the movie.
In the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, we agree that she deserves to be on this list, but we think
higher.
I
would have put them in the top 5, but I get it. Others would have put in the top 10, but let's see what else is happening.
Again, like I know Wonder Woman tangentially. I've read some of the stuff. Some of the stuff I've enjoyed. Some of the stuff I haven't enjoyed. But she's too big a character for
from the
her
impact,
to be there.
Like, you remember made her like the secretary of the Justice Society initially? Like,
oh God.
She was not even considered an equal, I guess, at the time. Why would you make her the secretary?
The fact that she's the one, she is the first female character superhero ever. Like, sure, we can talk about like famous warrior princess and stuff like that throughout the eons, but when it comes to actual comic books, before her, who was there?
Let us know in the comments.